All right, guys, we got Zach Murray in the chair today. Guys, this is gonna be an exciting one because a lot of you guys have been asking me about a step-by-step process on how to fade, but we're gonna spice things up. I actually asked Zach to bleach his hair before he went on his Euro tour. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little drop fade. We're gonna burst this up by bringing the line lower. Okay, and what we're gonna do with the top, I actually do like the texture on top, especially with the product. I think the issue right now is that I find it to be slightly yellow, but if we put some product, we're really gonna bring out the texture. We'll bring in some of the colors as well, but the main issue for me, guys, is the front. Okay, it's too puffy considering the fact that the lengths in the back are short. So by reducing the length and the weight from the front, the textures are really gonna stand out. So that's gonna be my focal point of this haircut. And realistically, I mean, let's look at it, right? There's no point in me using my scissors. This is mostly all gonna be clippers and some scissor over comb. But let me show you guys how the step-by-step process of a burst fade is gonna look like. Let's get to it. All right, guys, so main thing now is we're gonna do a burst. Obviously, if we look at the lengths, if I pick this up, it's quite round. So we wanna make sure that the graduated weight line with our clippers, so our number 3 and 4 has to be pretty much around here because these are way too short. If we look at the hair currently, there's way too much weight through the sides, and that's because it's being grown at the same time. There's no shape in the hair. Right now we have a full round shape, and what we need to do is reduce some of the weight. But what's important to realize is as we get closest to the mastoid, we're gonna have to drop this. Okay, so we're gonna go into something higher, into something lower. Reason why I wanna grow this texture a little bit, given the fact that he also has blonde hair, this is gonna look really, really nice. And we just have to be very careful. This haircut is quite difficult because he actually has quite fine hair. And if we take the fade way too high, it's gonna look too much of a line. First step, number 3. Whoa, hold up, pause right there. I know you're into this tutorial and you've probably been taking notes, studying the sectioning, watching the fade placement, but let me ask you something. If you've already watched these tutorials and you've been watching my content and trying to level up, why not just go all in? I've built something for barbers just like you. It's called the Essentials Program. It's a private community packed with weekly coaching calls, advanced tutorials, support from elite barbers, and constant accountability. And get this, it's $80 a month. That's one haircut, 2 at most. You probably spent more last week on Uber Eats anyways. This is for barbers who are done with staying stuck, who want to improve their fades, their sectioning, their scissor work, their styling, and even how to post content to book clients. And I'm gonna keep it real. If it doesn't blow your mind, you tell me. I'll send you that $80 back. No catch. But if you're serious about becoming the go-to name in your city, then you belong in there. Click the link in the description, join the Essentials Program, and I'll see you on the inside. Now, let's get back to the cut. Number 3 goes right into that weight line that we just spoke about. That's our first panel. We'll do the other panel and we'll go back into it. Look at that, beautiful. Okay, now we'll come back from the front and look how I'm gonna reduce that weight from where the cowlick is in the very frontal lobe. Okay guys, look at how I put my zero line now. Very important. All right, now we get into the step-by-step process. Super, super important. Number 3, look at that weight line. Number 2 is sitting right underneath it. Now, one open. The reason why, guys, is because if I go ahead and put a guideline in with my open guard, this space is gonna be way too tight. Right into our number 2. Okay, slightly open. Now, one closed, right into our one open. There we go. And this is where now we're gonna have to play with the eye a little bit more and just refine it using the corners, okay? Because if we look at it, space is tight, space is stretched out, and I just need to stretch this area a little bit more. So I played it slightly on the safer side because I could always go back into it. If I took this way too high, it would have been over, okay? So this is where I'm looking with my eye, I'm looking at the details, and then I'm just playing with the guards. Now I'll go with my 1.5. And guys, this is where the magic happens, and this is where you guys are gonna see all this come out. Like this, to me, looking really, really nice. Now we just gotta enhance this line, because if you look at it, that's his neck hair. It doesn't need to be here. All right, guys, so as you guys could tell, beautiful contrast. I think this was executed actually quite well. And at the end of the day, very suitable. I actually was considering this. As I was cutting the front, I'm like, do I go and put a harsh lineup? I was like, absolutely not, because we have so much texture. I wanted to keep this quite natural, but reducing that volume in the front now has allowed this to have a way better balance. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is apply a bit of that cream, apply a bit of that stronghold, and you're gonna see now how all of this is just gonna really come together. All right, guys, so this is my final look on Zach, and as you guys notice, contrast looks beautiful. I really genuinely love how tight we went with the fade as we get to the bottom, because that contrast really comes out as well. You can see how it's darker and the lineup really shows. And then same with the top. We have a graduated weight line now that sits right before the parietal rounds off, with some texture and removal of weight through the frontal lobe and all that texture through the back. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was honestly a very fun haircut for me to do. Easy haircut, salon friendly haircut, extremely suitable. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.